Hey everyone, I went to Twilight Zone Comics in Glen, Burnie, Maryland today. Went through the dollar bins, a lot of great stuff in there. Let me show you what I got. Okay, so guys over at Twilight are always nice enough to give me a box when I've gotten too many books. First one here, not a dollar bin find. It's 6 issues. No, sorry, 5 issues. 15 bucks. I think he may have knocked a buck or two off as well. Complete set of the Terminator 2 Judgment Day Nuclear Twilight. I've picked up the issue 1 of this book not too long ago, but I'm a sucker for the Terminator series books, no matter who's making them. I just enjoy them. So figured, heck, why not? $3 a book. Interestingly, this is a Malibu distribution. I'm very familiar with the Now and Dark Horse, and even Marvel put out the official Terminator 2 movie tie-in book back in the day. But I hadn't seen the Malibu before, so till I came across the Nuclear Twilight. So I'm going to enjoy reading that. Found a Stranger Things. I've been picking these up. They're really nice little reads. Stories from in between the seasons for the most part. So just good fun. Picked up another a variant on the Han Solo Chewbacca series #1. Got a couple of them. I like them. Here we go. A Batman the Detective #1. Not a huge DC fan, but Batman. Can't go wrong, and I love that costume. What else can I say? Here we go. Marvel Superheroes, Incredible Hulk. So this is probably a mid to late 70s issue. Definitely found it in the dollar bin. Not in horrible shape either. Spine's still in decent shape. A couple more dollar bin finds. Found the DC Pride books. A couple of them here. Those are going to my daughter. It's stuff we got to respect and support. So she'll either keep those for herself to collect, or share them with friends. Good stuff. Okay, here's guilty pleasure of mine. I've been I guess not guilty pleasure, but I've been picking up the old Neil Gaiman books from Vertigo and DC as I've been able to. I didn't collect them back in the day. I felt that since I hadn't been there for issue 1, and issue 1 was a kind of expensive book for me, being a 15-year-old, I wasn't going to understand it, so I didn't buy them. Now I'm picking them up every chance I get. Man Bat, #1. Again, not a big DC guy, but I don't know why I've got a soft spot for Man Bat. Web of Spider-Man, annual #2, 1986. Just love that cover. Can't beat that Spidey logo up there. Hercules, Prince of Power. Again, this is probably a probably early 80s book. Also, just a cover I had to have. A couple of Secret Wars here. Just picking these up as I can because I want to be able to read them. Oh, I got 2 copies of Spider-Man Annual #2. Dave, You want one? Web of Spider-Man, late 80s, black costume. This is a mid to late 70s Superman. Just figured I'd pick it up for some grins and see what Superman was up to at that point. Also a mid to late 70s on the Flash. Side by side with Firestorm, which I've also picked up some Firestorm books in here. And Kenny X-Force #1. I don't really have much for modern books, stuff in the last 20 years. So when I find a #1 of a series that I want to read, I grab it. A couple Deadpool team-ups here, just because they are fun. And Deadpool Core. Batman, the Widening Gyre. Grab this one. I have the trade on this, and it was enjoyable. I don't have any of the original run books, so I grabbed this because, Kevin Smith, Walt Flanagan. I can't say how big a Kevin Smith fan I've been over the years, but definitely back in the day. Man, that was this stuff gave my friends and I a lot of good times watching those movies. Here was an interesting one. This is a Batman annual, and that's 1989 annual. That's the same year that the first movie with Michael Keaton came out. So I want to know what they're doing in the book there. Dave is an Azrael fan, so anytime I see an Azrael book in a dollar bin, I pretty much buy it, unless I know he already has it. Some of these are a little bit more modern. This one's kick-ass. Bloody Batman down there. Doesn't get much better than that. Unless it's a Alex Ross cover. I'm a huge Alex Ross fan. There's a Terminator tie-in there too. That is a story I'll save for another day. But this was off the wall, but he gave me a break on grabbing those too. So a couple Fantastic Four Alex Ross covers, just beautiful as always. And then an Alex Ross on the Invincible Iron Man. These were a great find. She Cyblade #1. That's the Battle for Independence. That's a book that goes back to my original collecting days. I'm going to be going to the Baltimore Comic-Con coming up in a few weeks, and Tucci's going to be there, so I'm going to have him sign my copies from years ago, and maybe some of these newer ones. Well, I shouldn't say newer, but some of these ones that I just picked up. Got 2 copies of this one. Oh, and I had this other book in the same bag, and I love that cover too. And here we go. This is Detective Comics. It's a 671 on there. Dave just told me he was looking for this about 2 days ago, and lo and behold, Violet Zone had it. So I picked up not 1 but 2 copies, because from what he was saying, I want to read it too. Okay, I can explain this one. I have got a real soft spot for some of these sort of off the wall, Shade, the Changing Man. It's #3, 35 cents. That's putting it somewhere in the 70s as a book. I just love grabbing these and finding out who the heck this was. It's also DC, so again, I'm not a big DC guy. So hey, maybe Shade the Changing Man turned into somebody really important. Doubt it, but why not? Movie tie-ins, sci-fi movie tie-ins on a comic book. I'm always gonna buy this. This one, the original movie, yeah, $2 book. So would have come out about the same time as the movie. I'll be looking for the others in this series now that I know it's out there. Yeah. Oh, the aforementioned Firestorm. Grabbed a couple of these this weekend. I was also at the shop last weekend and grabbed a couple. Enjoyed them, so picked up what they had. For the old ones, there's a newer series too. Marvel Tales featuring Spider-Man. This was a pickup because it's just, I like the depth in this cover. Hobgoblin and Spider-Man chasing, and then this poor guy in the foreground. I'm sure I will enjoy reading it too. Here's one. This is The Lethal Foes of Spider-Man, number 2. Again, this is probably early 90s book. Probably came out when I was still collecting, but I wasn't a Marvel or DC guy back then. I was definitely more into the independents. And even if I was a Marvel guy, I know myself at that time, I wouldn't have picked something like this up. But in a dollar bin today, you betcha. Daredevil, Man Without Fear. There's a couple of these in here. It's the late 80s. I just like the Rogues Gallery on this one. It's pretty good stuff. And, this is the just a classic Daredevil cover style. Just a very stark background with Daredevil in the middle. So yeah, just pick that up, and let's see, that was 223. This was 259, so a little bit later. And 265 again, another Daredevil. Did he ever get to just have his costume be one piece and not all torn up in the late 80s? Okay, well, you can see there, that's a stack of about 10 books. And they are all Berserker number 1s. They had a lot of these at the shop today. I'd seen them last weekend, asked Dave if he wanted any, so I went back and, for $1, I got a bunch. $1 a piece, of course. So got the standard regular cover there. Nice glossy metallic. Again, regular on that, and then the uber glossy one there. And I did break my own rule here. I've got a problem with these. These just blank covers, they bug me. For $1 a piece, I'll grab a couple, but I can't imagine having paid full price for a blank cover. It's just not what a comic book is to me. These are the books I found that have a little bit more special meaning to me. My off books, the sci-fi tie-ins and just characters I've never heard of. Just really enjoy those. Adding to my Alex Ross collection. Just always a good day when I can do that. Getting another Terminator story that I can enjoy. Just that's been something I've liked in comic books. The Terminators since day one of me reading one. So picking up this couple of Batmans, especially the Kevin Smith, Walt Flanagan book, and then just a mining the history of this one. Where was Batman at in 1989 as a book compared to the movie that came out? And my shees. Just I'm looking forward to the convention and getting those signed. I already have a couple of this, and I just got to decide which ones I want to get a signature on. And last, the best part is the days I can find stuff for a buddy. Some of these are going to be mine, but finding these books here that Dave wanted, especially this Batman. He asked me, and then 2 days later I'm able to deliver. That's key. That's key. That's key. So there you got it. Those are my key finds for today. All right. That's my haul from Twilight Zone Comics in Glen, Burnie, Maryland. I had a great time at the shop today. Great banter while I was browsing, and that's one of the things I look for in a great shop. I hope you enjoyed seeing the books that are key to me. I hope you go out, find the books that are key to you, and have fun collecting. See you next time.